Presentation is called 17 Minutes of Hope. Every 17 minutes in America, someone completes suicide, and there's a very high rate of depression and suicide among teenagers. And we're trying to reach all the high schools and junior highs with the message that your life is valuable. Don't give up. There's help for you. People can understand what you're going through. If you suffer in silence, that's the most dangerous thing. Also, if you know of someone who's depressed or suicidal, teenagers talk to one another, so they may know about it before anyone else. It's to give those kids a referral that they can go to help somebody they love they're concerned about.
The opportunity to speak in high schools all across the country, just like this one, but there's no place I'd rather be than right here with you guys this morning. Because about 30 years ago, I was sitting where you are in this same gym.
And what was your personal experience with suicide? You're a survivor of suicide.
I am a survivor of suicide, and by that term means someone who is left behind after you lose someone to suicide. I lost my father in 1967. I was 9 years old, and I have devoted the last 40 years to writing and speaking to groups like this, any group, about depression and suicide, to remove the stigma and help open the lines of conversation so they can get some help.
You had mentioned in one of our earlier conversations how this has been a particularly tough year for Spartanburg. There's been a lot of loss of young lives. How does that loss trickle out and ripple through these kids? And why is this message, I think, it's particularly important now, given the loss that's taking place?
It seems like every high school every year loses some young person tragically. Spartanburg High School, I believe, in the last 12 months has had 2 students killed in motor vehicle accidents, and then recently they had a student that was murdered that was here. So what that causes is students feel like, well, what is the value of my life? Yeah, they take it so personally. Even if it's someone they don't really know, it affects them. There's such disappointment and discouragement. It doesn't have to be that the school has been touched by suicide. But if they've been touched by any death, the sense of depression and discouragement can just, like a wildfire through a school. So it's important to get the message out to them. Hopefully in this school, we have gotten to them before they have had suicides at the school. In a lot of places, we aren't called in until after the suicides have happened, and then they realize the problem they have.
And this is a message of hope.
Yes, because the one common theme in depression, in suicide, everything is different except one thing: hopelessness. When people lose hope, and to just tell these young people 3 things: your life is valuable, there's a plan for your life, there's help out there for you, don't give up, it will get better. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, and that's all we're trying to get to them about.